What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's CFN. My name is Connor, and welcome back to the CFN Nation. Today, we got another Joe Santagato video, my friend. We're bringing it back, bro. Bringing it back. There's a lot of Joe Santagato videos that I've missed, so we're bringing it on back. This one is, how well do I know science? I mean, I know a little bit about science. Not that much, I guess. I mean, we'll see. Maybe if I know, maybe I don't know. I don't know. Frank, do you know? Do you know science? You got to. You're a doctor. You're trying to cure the pestilence, pal. Have you cured it yet? I think you're still working on it. Make sure you check out the original video in the description down below. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. It helps a lot. Let's get right to it, shall we?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to find out how well I would do in a science class. And I can tell you, throughout my academic career, that is the only class that I have failed time and time and again. So we will see if something has changed even with no additional education. Let's find out. Which scientific fact is false? Okay. Some turtles can breathe through their assholes. God, I wish that's true.
Huh? I'm going to say false on that one. We'll see what else.
Hope that's the one. Space smells like burnt steak. I feel like I've heard that before. How would anyone know that? If you walk out in space and take your helmet off, it's a wrap. No?
Yeah, like, how would you... What?
Your phone emits enough radiation to cook an egg. Mosquitoes prefer people who just ate bananas. Okay. Which one of these is false? You tell.
So, 3 of these are... That's insane. I'm going to pick the space one. I'm going to pick the space one because I feel like that's the only one logically that people would not know, because if you smell it, you would die, right? I'm going to say the space one.
I mean, 3 of these are true? I feel like the steak is true. A burnt steak can get a little cosmic at times, I think. Maybe.
I don't know.
That makes sense. Turtles breathing through their assholes. They're kind of freaks, dude. One of the only animals that I've ever seen a video of them, like, having sex. You remember that video of the turtle just being like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, yo, let's try to fucking breathe through these things. I wouldn't be surprised. So that one, I don't know. Mosquitoes prefer people who just ate bananas. I guess that makes sense. I'm going to say number 3 is false. Your phone emits enough radiation to cook an...
I mean... Oh, yeah, I forgot that one, too. I was going with the space, but yeah, we have our phones on all the time, so we would probably not survive. You can't cook an egg. Like, what, you're going to put your phone up to an egg? It's not going to happen. I'm going to go with the egg, yeah.
Egg. If that is true, I've just got a whole set of problems for the therapist on Monday. I'm correct!
Okay.
Dude,
okay. Yeah. But how do they know about the space thing? How? How do they know that? How do they know that? Let me know. If anyone has anything about NASA, astrology, whatever, astronomy, whatever, let me know in the comments down below how they know the steak thing, because that's insane. I don't know how they did that.
Phone emit enough of radiation to cook an egg, which I don't even know what amount of radiation is enough to cook an egg, but if that's the case, we're all screwed. I'm so glad that's the one that's not true. Space smelling like burnt steak is interesting, though. Why does it have a smell? You know what I mean? Does that mean that, like, the Earth smells like something? It must. Weird to think about. Which scientific fact is true?
Okay.
There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. I mean, the universe is forever expanding.
I mean,
of course, there's more stars. The Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. I know that it's visible from space. Is it the only one?
I'm going to say that's false, too.
That might be true, too. God damn it. Both of these sound true. If you touch a baby bird, the mother will abandon it. Okay, wait, hold on. Now these all sound true. I have, like, been through my entire life. I see a baby bird, and I'm like, don't touch it. They won't, they'll banish it. I feel that way about all animals, too. I think I heard that about a specific animal, and I just apply that to everyone. Like, I see a video of a lady, like, petting a bear, and I'm like, it's a rat. They're gonna smell the human on this thing, and they're gonna kill it now. Good job. Blood is blue inside the body. How is that not true? That one I've heard time and time and again. All of these sound true to me. I'm going to say the Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. Oh, it's not true. We've all grown up hearing...
Hold on. What was I forgot what the first one was. I think I'm going to go with the space one. I might go with the space one.
Yeah, I've heard all of those, but the one that's true is there are more stars in the universe than grains of salt. Now that I'm reading that again, what a stupid answer I gave. Like, of course that has to be the one. The universe is ever expanding. I thought that maybe there was this loophole of, like, we don't know which ones are stars, which ones are planets, or whatever the hell. I don't know. I'm an idiot. You know what it is about the baby bird thing? Now that I really think about that, it doesn't matter if the person touches it or not. Because if you can get your hands on a baby bird, it's dead. Because they kick them out of the nest. Maybe that's another myth that I heard. But I heard they kick them out of the nest, and if they don't fly, they land on the sidewalk. That's why you see them, and you're like, what is that? It looks like a condom. No, it's a baby bird. It's dead. Which animal fact is false? Okay. Some spiders' mating ends with the male breaking off his penis inside the female as a plug, then running away. There's human women that are not having orgasms, and the spiders are breaking off their dicks in the women and running away. I mean, like, oh my God. It's not great to be a female out there in any case. To be a human woman or a female spider, it's all bad. Some whales have one giant testicle that weighs 150 pounds. Whales got fat nuts or a fat nut? A fat ball. 150-pound ball. Get the fuck out of here. That's a heavy nut. Male giraffes determine if a female is fertile by drinking her pee.
What? Oh, I have no idea.
This one I've heard. This one for some reason I know this one, and that one is true. I know that one.
I realize I know nothing. I really don't. I don't know much when it comes to most of this stuff. So I'm sorry.
It's like, yo, let me get a little taste of that. You know what I'm saying? Their tongue kind of acts like a pregnancy test. You know, you got to pee on the test. You basically are taking the DNA of a giraffe's tongue and putting it into a little thing so humans could find out whether they're pregnant or not. You know, the giraffes got them.
I mean, that's true.
We got to make them with science. Well, oh, shit, it's fertile, not pregnant. But you know what I'm saying. Cockroaches can get erectile dysfunction, and if they do, they are forced to leave their group and die alone because they may limit reproduction. Oh, my God, you hear it time and time and again, but only the strong survive out there in the animal kingdom, even the cockroaches.
If I'm gonna pick any of these, because I don't know any of these, I don't know if any of them are true. I guess I'll go with the giraffe one because that seems the most logical I could think of. So we're gonna go with that one.
Your dick doesn't get hard, and they're like, all right, you got to just get the fuck out of here and go die.
I'm probably gonna be wrong on this one.
Whiskey dick. I drank too much. And they're like, get out of here, go die alone. Your dick didn't work that one time, bro. Can you imagine? My God. My God, that's terrifying. I'm going to say that whales don't have a giant testicle that weighs 150 pounds. Bro, if a whale had a fucking ball that was 150 pounds, you don't think I would have heard about that? Me? You don't think I would have known about this gigantic nut? Come on. Tell me that it's false, Craig. What? They have a fat nut? I'm wrong? Oh, it's in...
Also, if I find the false one. Okay. So these all these are true then. I read the question wrong. I'm also bad at remembering. Then I'm probably I go with the spider then.
Side, it's a hidden fat nut. Shit. Greg made up the cockroaches and erectile dysfunction. Oh, I should have known.
Oh, it's the cockroach?
It sounds so real. Also, cockroaches forced to die alone. They don't die. I also feel like they're never with their boys. I always see like one. And if I see two, they're like on opposite sides of the apartment. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. 50-50 chance. Which space fact is true? Okay. Astronomers detect a sound wave in deep space with the same frequency as a human scream. Don't tell me that. There's a cloud in space made from alcohol big enough to make trillions of pints of beer. One can only hope. I'm going to say the true thing is cloud of alcohol. Yes! We're back on the board, baby. Thank God. Wow. Because if I just found out that in deep space there was a human scream, like a frequency that mimics...
Well, if you watch Alien, no one can hear you scream.
Human scream, I would not be okay. Okay, I do not need that. I don't need to know that. Which scientific fact about humans is false?
False, okay.
I know people. I'm going to get this one. Humans accidentally swallow 1 to 2 pounds of insects a year. Fuck. That better be false, dude.
Yeah.
The human body glows brightest at 4 p.m. I didn't even know we glow at all. We glow? It's 12 minutes away. I might light the fuck up, dude. The average person walks the equivalent of 3 times around the earth in a lifetime. Ooh, that's interesting. The human body takes 7 years to digest a piece of gum if swallowed. I've heard that.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. I'm going to say the first one is false.
How many times? Don't swallow your gum because it's going to take 7 years to, blah, blah, blah. I don't really believe that at all, to be honest with you. And I've known people to swallow every piece of gum they've ever had, which is kind of crazy. I'm going to say the thing that's false is that humans accidentally swallow 1 to 2 pounds of insects a year. 1 to 2 pounds, dude? You know how much 2 pounds is of fucking insects? They'd be crawling in there all the time. I've held an insect. You could barely feel it when it's on its hand.
Accidentally swallowed. Because we're not including some countries that actually cook insects. We're only talking about them accidentally ingesting them. I'm not talking about intentionally, because there are people who intentionally eat them, and there are people who've cooked them before.
Fall in my mouth, 2 pounds of that. It's the gum. It's another myth. Oh, so the gum thing isn't true. Whoa, that means I'm swallowing 2 pounds of insects every year. Oh no,
that's crazy.
There's no way that's
crazy.
Maybe like other people and it's averaging out, but like I'm not. I am sleeping.
Okay, but is this also including the fact that people are also like, is it accidentally? Is that what they're saying? Or are they including the people who actually have cooked them and ate them? Because that's not accidental. So, I don't know.
With my jaw clenched. I'm not swallowing anything. Oh, Greg's saying there's like pieces of insects in processed foods, so like you would never know. I'm just picturing like a daddy long legs crawling into my mouth at night, and I'm like, there's no way that's happening. But okay, if they're like crushed up into food and stuff, that's kind of gross, dude. A little bit of extra protein, though. Which scientific sex fact is false?
Okay.
I fuck, so I should know. Duck penis...
Of course you do.
These are corkscrew shaped. I know this is true. And females evolved anti-corkscrew vaginas to reject unwanted males. That I don't know. You're telling me there's an anti-aircraft answer to the corkscrew penis.
That's
so
crazy.
The ducks' penises are twirling this way, but the vaginas are going this way. Just in case. Some species of spiders have been observed performing oral sex on females as a form of foreplay. God damn.
All right.
Forget the thing I was saying earlier about spiders. They're breaking their dicks off in these women. They're eating the fucking spider pod.
Honestly, I guess that could be true if the spider one earlier was true. Like, if they're breaking off their dicks and now they're doing oral sex for foreplay, listen, man. Spiders be killing it, I guess. I guess that's why we like Spider-Man.
This is crazy, dude. When fighting for their mating partners, male kangaroos will compare penis size and let the larger of the group have the female.
Damn.
Not much of a fight then. Are they actually fighting? Like they're kicking each other? Or they're just like, what do you got? And he's like, oh, fuck. All right, you got a bigger one. You get it. Like, you're not even willing to fight with a dude who's got a bigger dong. Like, that's kind of crazy. Some species of insects have exploding penises that break off during mating. Exploding penises? Fucking IUD or an EUD? What's it called with the bomb? What's the bomb? IED. This is going to sound crazy, and it's going to sound gross, but it's stay with me here. I feel like the false thing is the first one. I know that duck penises are corkscrew shaped, but females evolved anti-corkscrew vaginas to reject unwanted males. That feels made up because I feel like animals, their only thought is reproduction. So to evolve to a point where you're going to reject that, it feels like that doesn't feel...
I'm going to pick the exploding one, the last one, but he could be right too. So I'm going to go with the last one to see if he gets this one right, though. We'll see.
True. Of course you would want that for the lady ducks. You would want that for the lady ducks. I'm just going off of the knowledge, the very limited knowledge that I have of the animal kingdom here. I feel like exploding penises... I think hyenas have exploding penises or something like that. Or like their vaginas explode or something like that. There's explosions going on. Look up hyenas. Oh, man. Or it's the spiders. Are the spiders really going down on the spiders? Am I really going to fall for the old spider cunnilingus? No, you know what? Fuck. I'm not getting caught. I'm going to say the spiders aren't going down on the spiders. The spiders are going down on the spiders. Shout out to the spiders, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the spiders.
Listen, after the last one, you shouldn't be shocked that the spiders are doing that. All right? Like, come on. Come on, what are we doing here?
Handle your business. Make sure your lady is nice and good and ready for you to break your dick off in her and get to beating, like hit the road. Oh, the false one is number 3. The kangaroos, they're not going to compare their dick size. They're going to kick each other in the chest. I'm an idiot.
But it's shocking that some of these things are also true, too. Like the exploding penises, too. Like, and the corkscrew vagina. Like, what the... I can't believe that those ones are the ones that are true. Frank, do you know about this? Did you know about this, Frank?
2 of them that I was on, and it wasn't even one of those. That's how wrong I was. Shit. Which is true about Earth. Lightning strikes Earth about 100 times per second. That's a lot of lightning, Chief. That might be true, though. The Earth is hollow and contains a miniature civilization inside. All right. That's just lazy. No one believes that. There's a small number of gravity holes on Earth where objects will fall upward instead of down. Do you think I'm an idiot? Do you think I'm an idiot that I would believe something like that? Earthquakes are caused by giant underground worms moving through the planet. Are we out of our fucking minds here? I'm going to say number 1 is true. Lightning strikes Earth about 100 times per second. Obviously, it's not the rest of these things. Thank you. He gave me an easy one.
I mean, yeah, that's oh, yeah.
Imagine I got that wrong. One of these is made up. Can you spot it? Sharks existed before trees existed. I don't think this is true by any metric. Like, I think that, like, if you go by the Bible, there was a tree in that. There was a snake in that. Ain't no sharks in the Bible. Maybe later on, but the book of Jen, I didn't hear any sharks in there. Before humans populated the Earth, the sky was a deep purple color. What would that even mean? Why? I don't even know what the sky is, what's happening with that thing, to be honest with you. I don't know why it's blue or all this stuff. I don't know. Over 60% of honeybees engage in same-sex behavior for recreation. Oh my God, dude, the bees are gay?
Of course. He's got to go there, bro.
Higher. Or bisexual. They're bisexual. 60% of honeybees are fucking getting down, dude. It goes down in the hive. Anybody could get it in the hive. He's adding a twist. 2 of these are made up. Now all of a sudden 2 of these are made up. There's been a production error. He's going to write it off as a twist. This is a production error, though. And then the last one is, everyone has more bones when they were born than they have now. So you're saying when you're born and you have more bones. Well, I know when babies are born, they don't have, like, knees and shit. But I feel like maybe all their hand is, like, 1 billion bones and they haven't, like, connected yet or some shit. I don't know. All right, well, I'm going to go with the honeybees one because I read that and that's when we made the change. So that feels like that's going to be made up. I think that 60% of the honeybees aren't gay. It's not homophobic. It's a guess. I'm going to say that one's not true. And I'm going to say the sky wasn't a deep purple color either.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I'm back on the board, baby. I'm back on the board. Last question. Which is not true? A cat's purr can heal bones. What are we saying? A full head of human hair could support the weight of 2 elephants. What the fuck are we talking? You saying if you've, like, sewed my hair into a blanket that it would hold up 2 elephants? Rats laugh when you tickle them. That might be true. Every time you drink alcohol, you are permanently killing a number of brain cells. That one is definitely true. I'm going to say the thing that's not true is a cat's purr can heal bones. You tell me I could break my arm and a cat's going to be like, and my shit's just going to fucking form back together? I'm wrong? How is that? You're going to have to explain the cat's purr. Because there's no way. This is bullshit. I mean, he just read this whole thing about, the frequency, the vibration, it may help, it may, but this is, what are we doing? This is like one of those things where it's like, take it may help with brain fog. And you're like, I don't even know what any of this is. May help with brain fog. Brain fog. Okay, and then what was the answer? So every time you drink alcohol, you're not permanently killing brain cells, which is great news. Which is fantastic news. I have friends giving it to me. I was planning on losing some brain cells. Well, you learn something new every day. Look, I didn't do well on that, but that is to be expected. I
don't think I did that well either, to be honest. You know, I mean, I was trying to think of it logically, but, like, a lot of the stuff is kind of out there and kind of wild. So let me know if you guys did better than me in the comments down below. If you answered the questions well, I probably did terrible. I basically know nothing. I don't know as much, when it comes to science, for at least stuff like that. I don't know most of this weird stuff. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace.